Welcome to the Campus REC Emergency Action Plan video. One of the most important pieces of information you can learn to keep you safe during an emergency is how to get out of the building quickly. In addition to the main entry stairway of the ASRC, there are also 3 stairwells with emergency exits at the bottom of each one. One stairwell is located on the north side of the building. The north side stairs are connected to the elevator lobby, table tennis nook, and the track stretching area. This stairwell exits to the ASRC first floor lobby. The south side stairwell is connected to the second floor emergency exit door located by the classroom restrooms. The third floor hallway between Olympic lifting and the mat court. The fourth floor catwalk overlooking the climbing center. This south stairwell exits out to the sidewalk between the loading dock and outdoor program rental shop. The third stairwell is the main central stairwell of the ASRC that most members use to access the second, third and fourth floors of the facility. If you travel all the way to the bottom of this stairwell, you will come to an emergency exit that takes you out to the 5th Avenue sidewalk next to Pita Pit. Campus Public Safety at Portland State University is here to assist you in situations that you feel you cannot adequately handle with Campus REC staff alone. This includes altercations and fights between patrons. Also thefts, trespassing, or other situations where laws might be broken. CPSO officers are a great resource for you when you need reassuring visible law enforcement presence in the facility. Campus Public Safety can also assist with any access needs with keys or LAN cards. To contact CPSO, you can dial them on the phone at extension 54404 during an emergency or extension 54407 during non-emergency situations. You can also reach dispatch on your handheld radio channels 3 through 16. Please don't hesitate to contact Campus Public Safety if you feel like they can help. They are here to assist students at Portland State in any way they can. Campus REC calls 911 emergency response for injuries that need more medical attention. You must call 911 for any life-threatening injuries that include serious head injuries or any heart or breathing-related situations. This is required by Campus REC even if the victim is declining emergency services. Severe burns or pain, allergic reactions, and loss of limb functions could also result in 911 calls. You may also call for medical emergencies that you feel uncomfortable addressing or did not cover in CPR or first aid. There are also times when patrons request 911 to be called for their injury. Please feel free to accommodate this request so they feel comfortable. There is no cost for Campus REC and the victim will not be on the hook for any charges until they are transported by ambulance. For life-threatening situations only, lifeguards should be contacted by the handheld radio immediately for additional response and care. SBS is also responsible for grabbing an AED located by each elevator door of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors. Grabbing an AED on your way to the victim after you have been radioed about the emergency is a great idea. The first Campus REC staff member on the scene can start using their CPR and first aid skills until a lifeguard arrives with a higher certification. One of the first steps of CPR is calling 911. Member Services is responsible for placing all 911 calls because they are the only staff always sitting next to a telephone during all operational hours. Be sure to always give the necessary information to Member Services such as specific location within the rec center, nature of the medical emergency and any other information specific to the victim. Dispatch will have a different series of questions for each situation, so be sure to keep open lines of communication with Member Services. Member Services will be bouncing back and forth from the telephone with dispatch and the radio to talk to Campus REC at the scene, so be patient when providing Member Services the victim information. Now that 911 is called and on the way, The SBS is responsible for delegating one campus rec staff member who knows the exact location of the victim to go down to the lobby and wait for firefighters and the ambulance to arrive. This could be a second SBS, personal trainer, fitness staff, or so on. If no other campus rec staff are on the scene with the SBS, please have equipment check out close and head down to the lobby. Remember that the firefighters and ambulance arrive separately, so the campus rec escort will need to show both groups up to the site of the emergency. Campus public safety will also arrive unannounced, as it is campus protocol for a medical emergency for any building on campus. They don't need an escort and will find the medical situation on their own. They are helpful for collecting information for our incident report, so ask them name and PSUID number of the victim if you need it. If the victim is transported in the ambulance, the SBS can use their own badge to escort emergency personnel down to floor 1 for easier access to the lobby. After the completion of the emergency, it is essential to fill out an official campus rec incident report. Remember to include actions leading up to the emergency, exact details of what happened, and how campus rec responded in the incident report you create in RecTrack. Please notify your pro-staff supervisor of any injuries requiring ambulance transportation. To recap SBS response for 911 calls, grab an AED if you are prompted of an unconscious or breathing-related emergency on your way to the victim. Lifeguards respond to life-threatening emergencies. Make sure member services calls 911 and they have all the information they need. Coordinate one campus rec staff member to go to the lobby to wait for the emergency response. Have first campus rec staff member on the scene provide care until the higher certification arrives. Gather all information to the best of your ability needed for the incident report after the incident has been resolved. Facility evacuations. Campus rec must evacuate the facility anytime the fire alarm is activated. The student building supervisor can also choose to evacuate the facility anytime there is a potentially dangerous situation. In the event of an evacuation, the student building supervisor will call campus public safety, then move down to the lobby to encourage exiting individuals to move across the plaza to give responding personnel room to work. The emergency responders will be arriving to monitor the fire command center in the lobby of the ASRC. The SBS will coordinate the evacuation progress of the remaining staff by noting who has cleared their area and exited the building. Remind 4th floor fitness to sweep the entire 4th floor fitness areas, including the north and south cardio and strength spaces, multi-purpose rooms, track, and restrooms. Remind 3rd floor fitness to sweep the entire weight room, gym, and restrooms. Remind lifeguards to clear the pool. Check poolside universal restroom and clear both locker rooms. And remind member services to sweep the 2nd floor hallway into the television lounge, rec sports office, and hallway side universal restroom. If the lifeguards need assistance accessing one of the locker rooms, they can swap roles with one of the member services staff. Any other staff on shift in the facility, such as personal trainers, Group X instructors, climbing center, or rec sports staff, should be encouraged to help notify participants in the area in which they are working. Also remind staff to be on the lookout for patrons with a disability who need assistance. If we have patron with a hearing impairment, we may need to get their attention and show them the blinking strobe light that is activated. Patrons with visual impairment may need to be reunited with their service animal or be matched up with a walking guide out of the facility. If we have a chair user, the elevator will be offline and we will need to make sure they are at the center stairwell entry. The center stairwell is designed as an area of refuge due to its stable construction and airflow, and they will be easily spotted by responding personnel. Don't forget to send patrons through emergency exits if main walkways of the ASRC are blocked. Displaced child, also known nationally as Code Atom. As youth are allowed in the facility, it is possible that a child could become separated from their accompanying parent or guardian. The SBS will compile all key information concerning the child, including name, age, height, weight, hair color, eye color, description of clothes including shoes, and last seen location in the building. The SBS will call CPSO to report a missing child immediately. The SBS will implement our child search procedures by radioing to all campus rec staff with all necessary information in order to begin the search. SBS will send one campus rec staff member immediately down to the first floor lobby to look for the child and watch the main exits in case the child tries to exit. If no extra staff are available, member services will close equipment checkout and head down to the lobby. The SBS will search the second floor and fitness staff will search the third and fourth floors. The down lifeguard can also assist with searching locker rooms and restrooms. The member services staff will monitor the patrons who exit the facility through the gates and lobby doors to make sure no one matches any part of the description of the child. All staff should also listen for alarm emergency doors in the case they are tripped and someone has exited through them. Continue until the child is located or until law enforcement takes over the search.
Thank you for your participation in the Campus Rec Emergency Action Plan video. Knowing your role in these types of emergencies will be important for keeping people safe while inside the Portland State Student Rec Center. Please contact your supervisor if you still have any questions about your role during an emergency.